Oh seven, we are back. That's a little loud, isn't it? Oh man. A little bit of UEC. UEC, make a little bit of UEC. Hey, I did race a while in graphic content. Oh wow, dude. All right. Stabilizer. I'll take these with me. Uh-oh. Take them with me. Take them with me. See what I have in here. Okay. Ammo. Hey. Oh boy. Area 18. Heavy metal. I do have the metal. Let's get some green goo. Just a little. Green goo. Boy. Slow.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about this.
All right.
Please step back. There are other people waiting.
Okay, I think I'm good. Come on, get there, get there, get there. Yes. Woo. What's up, Rizzy? Ay, 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 ay. Area 18. Starchitect. It's gonna revamp this area. All the cities, the whole planet. But I think they did. CRG mentioned that they were gonna break some of it up, so there's grassy areas. We'll see, but for the most part, it should be just urban sprawl. But the question is, when should we see interiors? But it's on the 1.0 list. Check which crime stat here.
We wish you a beneficial and prosperous stay.
Login. Accessing. Okay, no. Okay.
Your personal belongings are your personal responsibility.
Hey there.
Monitor your luggage at all times.
Wow. We only have a few systems, and you can see the difference in the uniforms. So many variations already.
Welcome
It's
to the
endless.
ASOP vehicle
It's
retrieval
pretty neat,
system.
though. Okay, let's see.
For the latest travel information, be sure to check the departure and arrival boards conveniently located throughout the spaceport.
Okay, let's see. Crusader, right? Oh, it's that Levski. It's that Levski. Okay, let's see here. Ooh,
Obey
a
all
lot of the
security
ships are at
and customs
Levski.
personnel at all times. Their job is your safety.
Those 96. All right, so
Welcome to the
It
ASOP
takes all of us working together
Caterpillar.
to keep our port safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible
Welcome
threats
to
every
the
time.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Met someone at the decent spaceport. Offered me decent credits to courier backpack to a friend in Mogo. Guess she was
Your
short.
insurance
okay,
claim has
so
been
let's.
sent.
Shit. Turned
Welcome
it down 'cause she was
to the
late.
Oh, the UI is giving out on me.
Now I'm wondering if I just missed out on something.
Can't interact with it.
Your personal belongings are your personal
Welcome
responsibility.
to the ASOP
Monitor
vehicle
your
retrieval
luggage
system.
at all times.
Let's go ahead and even Andromeda.
Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport, servicing the greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels
Destroyed.
wherever
Shit,
your final
what's there?
destination may
Wow.
How are you getting by?
Just out, do you? Been listening to it non-stop
Your
on my
insurance
YouTube.
claim has been
Inspired me
sent.
to spend
Store.
more time wandering around the Hex. I think I found the spot where she broke the day in.
Store claim. Oh, it's 114 on there. I don't want to claim that. Do not claim that.
You can.
Please be aware that while in the Stanton system and on ArcCorp, all UEE
Okay.
common laws are still in effect.
Go ahead and pull the tack.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Makes
Your
sense.
vehicle has been delivered to the following
Pull the
locations.
tack.
Thank you for visiting ArcCorp, Stanton's capital of commerce. Whatever your transaction, we wish you a beneficial and prosperous stay.
Oh boy. Tack is awaiting. Let's check the cargo. There go the cargo. I do enjoy the tack, man. I do enjoy Musashi Industrial Space Concerns. I do. How's the Christmas, Riz? Let's see. Okay, let me split that. Split that. Split that. Split that. All right. No, I don't have the other. Oh, okay. Use this now. Okay. Oh, look at that. Holy smokes, man. Oh, New Year's is right around the corner. End of January for inventory. Inventory is gonna look cool. It's gonna be fun. It's going to help accommodate the crafting and items we interact with. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna have that new feel to it. We just like ships. High percentage of what we do, it's gonna be based on inventory. Even more so when we're talking about crafting and repairing and checking out items, selling of items, being able to craft and sell your items and goods. That inventory system has to be very robust. I'm excited for it, and to know it's next month. They're not playing around. They understand. I mean, it's everything's realized. Everything is in front of them. I'm kind of like on Chris's corner of like the engine, the things that are pertaining to the engine itself. And I guess for the most part, most things are in regards to updates and what we're looking for with 1.0. Genesis, it pertains to the engine. Starchitect, the placement of, buildings, things we interact with, that pertains to the engine. Dynamics meshing, dynamic server meshing, that pertains to the engine. Yeah, I think the telltale sign is once they start working on, once they get that together, place it on the roadmap. That's going to be the thing. And we see it on the roadmap for next year. Will it be the first quarter? If we don't see it first quarter, it's like, I don't know. Probably tend to think, well, they have a lot more put together, or they need to put more together. I don't know. It's one of those glass half full, glass half empty. But if you see it on the first quarter, oh my gosh, yeah, get excited, get very excited to see the Genesis system coming for first quarter 2026, if that's possible. Then the other way to look at it, if it's second quarter, third quarter, whatever the case, or end of the year, they should have it really, really dialed in so that when they release it, it shouldn't be a lot of work for them to do upon release, and it gives that much more polish. So it's a mixed bag of when you see it on the roadmap. But I think from the demo, from what we've seen, it's branded, man. It is totally legit. The visuals are totally legit. We really don't know when base building will be a thing. We know it's coming. That's the thing. We know it's on the way. But what is that going to look like? I really hope that the bases kind of blend in with your environment, or form fit with the environment. And maybe you can have some customization where it's not too generic or cookie cutter. I would wait for something like that where it's a little more customization. So when you look at your base, you look at it with pride. It looks really nice. And as far as the interiors, that's a different conversation altogether. I think from those drawings, those illustrations of interiors are going to be incredible. Like something from a movie set that they sketch out and put into a movie set. It was on that level. I think that's where people are really going to dive in and really, have objects and items in their home. But then the other cool part about it is, I'm sure we're gonna have to have a tier, at least one tier one med bed, right? You got to be able to heal yourself, or they may not do that. They may tell us to um, go to a hospital or connect with a Endeavor to get full hospitalization, right? It may be that way because think of it. But then again, it's the future, right? It's going to be interesting though, because basically it's just you going back to your homestead and you're healed and you don't have to worry about a hospital per se. If you can get home, you're healed. I'm curious about that. As far as medical, do we see another tier of medical come out for next year? At some point, do we see surgery or cybernetics? I'm curious. I think that was their intent. They did a lot of work on, cybernetics and artificial arms, legs, etc., battle scars. Now that's going to fall into the death of the spaceman, wear and tear on the body, and it hastening to the death of the spaceman mechanic. But yeah, I think we might hit 1,000 when they first initialize dynamic server meshing. I think it's just maybe a thing of once they drop it and it goes live, the same numbers may exist or they may slowly ramp up. But I think they may go for 1,000 and 1,500. I think that it may ultimately be 2,500 per shard. It probably could go higher, but I'm thinking the sweet spot for them would be 2,500 per shard. Post dynamic meshing, 2,500 per shard. That would be incredible. I suspect or expect to see not just Castra, not just Terra on the roadmap at some point next year. We may see 2 more added systems. Could be Magda, the home for Drake. Or is it Magnus? Is the map called Magnus? Let's see. If it's still out there. It was out there at one point. I think Magnus is home of Drake. Okay, let's go further out. Oh, not too far. Let's see. Pyro system. Yeah, I believe they might have removed it. Okay, yeah, I think that was just the tease. Let's see. It's the mix. It's only 2 systems. They're showing Pyro Stanton. Yeah, it's removed. It's not there anymore. inventory. Would it have been okay or cool to upsize these into a larger container, have them fit? I think that's something debatable, in the future for cargo. Once it becomes pretty much stable and it's a part of the economy, I think, yeah, that's the next level, I would say. If you have a number of items such as this, and you can say, hey, it should be on the UI. Do you want to upsize this to a larger container? And it should calculate, or you should be able to select what containers to use for it. Attila 07. Happy holidays to all. It's almost 2026. Can you believe it? Slinging boxes, man. I am slinging these boxes. Making a little UEC, basically. Yeah, I love the new balance for the tractor beams. It's faster. They work faster. Hence to get you up and running, get your cargo on ship and you're out. But also I love the fact that they've adjusted the ranges appropriately. So this is the shortest range, the rifle is a longer range, and the Atlas is the ultimate range for your cargo. I think the next step would be upscaling of the cargo boxes with your items that you already have. I think also with Maelstrom system, we should see fragile type of a cargo. You have to be very careful, meticulous with it. Fragile and volatile could be an option as well. With unloading Quantanium, even after, let's say if it's unrefined and you're loading it, very volatile. Flora, fauna, keeping temperatures, setting temperatures, not letting temperatures get too high. That could be a little too far in the rabbit hole, but definitely fragile cargo through the usage of a Maelstrom system would be pretty cool. Handle with care, I would love to see that in game. Come January, they're back at it, and we're going to look at and get the updates on inventory. I think inventory system is a big deal. It opens the door for exploration, crafting, buying and selling, resource management, basically. And then it opens the door for the economy system as well, opening the door for economy. It opens the door for the Banu merchantman as well with the new inventory system. Hopefully they are building the new system where it can scale for the likes of Banu merchantman, where they're not having to double back and then recreate the wheel again. Kind of take a holistic approach towards inventory, knowing that it's so relatable to everything that we do in game, that it should be a thing where you can scale it up and tie it to other systems, such as the Banu Merchantman or the Privateer. Definitely the Privateer, because there's some similarities between the Privateer and the Banu Merchantman in the regards of selling of goods, right? Procuring goods, selling it. So I just hope that their approach to the inventory system ties into those other mechanics or other systems, so they're relatable and compatible. And you're kind of killing the two bird with one stone kind of narrative. Resource management, basically. I think it will carry on to your home base building. They haven't talked about this, but I'm hoping we have warehouse storage, probably where those huge resource centers are. Remember they created those? I would hope that we have storage there. We come to access our goods, supplies there, and then take it back, head back home or deliver to a potential customer to sell. And maybe make those the hubs now, as opposed to selling at the cities. You go to the resource center, drop those off, and then the smaller distributors will take those items, like for cargo runners. Mission givers will go to those resource centers as well to pick up items and distribute. Same thing with like FedEx, UPS. You see the same thing. They have a distribution hub where they, the tractors will, the bulk comes in, and then the smaller delivery men will send them to local locations, local areas. I would love to see that, So the whole, what is that? The misc hulls, the larger ones would deliver the bulk, or any ship that has a certain capacity, similar to the CD&E, would bring in the bulk of materials and goods. It drops off at the resource centers, and probably to some extent, some space stations. I want to see industrial space stations only, not just not the ones that we currently see, the generic ones, but specific ones for cargo. So there are your versions of your on the ground distribution centers. You have them in space as well. But I would love to see that, where the larger volumes move the goods to systems, drop them off, and then the smaller distributors or your proprietors, like the Argo Rafts, the Galamoxes, the Galamoxes, what is that? The freelancers? Yep, freelancers. Those smaller ships start to bring in smaller segments, chipping away at the bulk to distribute to those systems, down to the landing zones, and maybe the NPC community areas, right? I would love to, and as well as a distribution center or warehouse to the to actual players. It's almost like what they have with Google now, or I think, is it Google or Amazon, where they have a hub. So it's no different than the little freight elevator. You have your own freight elevator. They access it and just drop off your goods and send it down. Mission accomplished, right? while you're away on mission. You get your goods sent to you. You're in an arid desert area. You need water. You have water sent to you. You purchase water, and then it goes through a delivery like an Amazon service, Star Starlight service. Star Treks. You do that delivery service by the guilds, right? Your person's a part of that. They deliver wood, deliver water, all goods. You buy those goods from anywhere and have them sent. And depending on where you, how far it is from where you put your order in, you know, that's the cost, right? So people like, if you could buy it for delivery, that would be hilarious. But it would work with the economy, man. You have people delivering their goods, man, making those runs. And I think with the Starliner, how do you tie that in or have some similarities to that? I think we won't always have a constant feed of actual players requiring or needing the service of the Starliner. It would be fed, that system would be fed via NPCs, actual NPCs that work and do their day-to-day jobs and have to go to work. And essentially, that's what the Starliner is. It's specific. All right, let's head out. Beautiful. It never gets old right there, man. That view never gets freaking old. To think it's going to get better with the Genesis system, mind blowing. I think I could do a week or 2 weeks of just free flying the game once the Genesis system drops and just walk around and look at everything easily. Trying to avoid any interdictions here. Gotta keep it running, gotta keep it rolling. All right. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. See what's our progress. Deliver these goods. Right, we are moving through the system. Making progress. Wow, it is TGIF. Happy Friday, everybody. Wow. All right. We're making our way, aren't we? We are making progress. Look at that. No cut screens, man. None. No cut screens. All right, we are approaching the gateway. So Chris was saying crafting system will further deepen engineering. So stay tuned. We're going to see what that does. But crafting is an important part to the engineering. All right, we are approaching. Right, making our way. Line up with the jump gate here. Jump point. The jump point. Hence the magazine, jump point. Okay, here we go. In alignment. We go. arcs. Now moving over to the arcs. There we go. Got the alignment. All right. We are here. We are ready. Chris is saying we're upgrading core systems that have been with us for years as part of our item recovery work. The inventory, insurance, and cross-patch persistence are all getting significant improvements. Could this also mean, or could it lead to possibly no more wipes, unless it's something that there was an exploit in the game, which is currently the case with him. What is it? The making UEC. There's a exploit or something, so it's gonna probably be a wipe. But what he's saying is, it looks like the system is becoming more and more robust, but it's going to open the door for base building as well as persistent hangars too. Cross-patch persistence, yeah. Item recovery, that sounds like true persistence for me. Inventory, that's persisting. Insurance, that persists. Insurance systems coming. Risky behaviors, high premiums on that. Playing the game as it's designed, you get a lower rate. It's coming, baby. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yes. Says ready. Here comes Levski. It's huge, but it's the right design for it. It's a huge asteroid. Okay, close to it. Got to get in armistice zone. Let's high foot it. Levy live. Levy live. It went in 72 hours. It went from Lagski to Levski. That was pretty cool. They turned that around so quick. Of course, it still has some work to be done, but it is very playable. Now, there's edge cases. It probably doesn't resonate 100% with everybody, but for the most part, I see on my end it plays pretty well. But hopefully they'll fix the edge cases. People who are still having issues. No PC left behind. Hopefully these PC component prices, the prices will start to drop for the new year so that people can get into optimizing their system and really playing a better experience for Star Citizen. I'm hopeful for that. And it can only help by them. The thing that could definitely help is improving the existing system and, you know, optimizing and getting Vulcan on board. But the players themselves have to do their part. Where they need to upgrade, go ahead and upgrade, man. Don't complain and say, well, it's terrible, and you know you got a potato for a computer. It's a 7 to 8 year old computer, and you know better. That's not reality. You got to do some upgrades. You got to meet them at least halfway. Facts. Now, legit, there's some people who have issues. They shouldn't be having issues, but I suspect that there's people who are crying for issues. Their computer is old, outdated, and shouldn't be running Star Citizen, period. Probably can't even play Fortnite correctly. So, no. Get it right. Do your part. But I hope the prices will come down for them so they can upgrade. Minimal upgrade. But Chris doesn't want to he don't want to pull punches with this, man. He wants a very in-depth and very detailed experience. He's always been that way with his games. It wasn't he was excluding anybody. It was just the passion and he wanted that immersion to come across. What the hell is going on with my ship? Oh man, this will not do. What the hell, dude? I don't know what's going. It's drifty as hell, man. I don't know. The control systems are weird right now. It's not me though, but I don't know. I don't know. Feels weird though. Laggy. Alright, let's go. People are like, yeah, right,
Look,
buddy.
I'm sorry, but you waited too long to land.
Dude,
so
I'm already here.
I
Shut
had
up.
to give it away.
Shut up. You didn't get nothing away, dude.
People all learned there.
Stop it.
All set.
This guy talking about a desync, man. I'm so excited for dynamic server meshing. I hope we get it maybe at least second quarter by June, at least. I'd be shocked we get it first quarter. I'd be blown away with that kind of progress. I'd be blown away by end of March we would get it. I think I'd be asking for too much for that. Let's get to work. They're working. See what this payout is. Bringing processed food to Levski. Do some maintenance on my key bindings and calibrations, just to make sure I'm covered and everything is up to snuff and up to standard based on the new patch. Right? You got to do that every now and then. Maintenance, man. Control systems are everything in the game. It brings that extra dimension of immersion. I'm busting a move here, man. Not playing around. Work from the back. Not bad. I got a little pace going. Got a little pace going with me. Not playing around, man. Hauling. Moving that cargo. Ergo the cargo. Yeah, we don't have all of Levski in. Or I'm sorry, Nix. Levski is the landing zone. Nix is the system. Essentially, 2 planets and 1 gas giant. I don't even count the gas giant. That's not a big deal. But I suspect the Nix system will have Genesis. I think the other planets may catch up. Now, they may hold off for quite a bit and have it all updated. Who knows? That could be the case. Because then that means Pyro need to get the Genesis treatment. Stanton's going to need to get the Genesis treatment. Or they could even say, well, we want Starkitect in first, which will be the new, like, maybe the updated buildings and the interiors. So we could be in for a wait. It could be the end of next year, possibly, based on how much they or how thorough they want to do this update, right? Because those things got to happen. But I think they're going to continue to add and give us what's possible, right? Within a timely manner. They may still, I think they're going still with the monthly updates, possibly, if it's ready. I think it's more, it should be this way. Not monthly, but if it's ready, then bring it. If it's not ready, continue to work on it. And don't hold it for 3 months. I think because it's something to be said about, go ahead and drop it in and stabilize it, as opposed to put 3 months worth of features in, and then you're trying your damnedest to stabilize it and debug it, get the bugs out. If it's like a constant drip of features, and you're able to fix them, get rid of the bugs, I think that's a successful formula in my opinion. Now CIG, it's their company, it's their process. Who knows? They may go 6 months. They may go 3 months, or they may stick with the monthly update. And based on what I said, we don't know. But I think the main thing, the most important thing is when it's ready. If it's ready, man, they have no reasons, and their all intent is get it out there so we can get on to the next thing. It's so much they have to do and need to do. It's like they're catching up. Slinging these boxes, man. I'm not playing around. I ain't trying to make them look cute, stacked pretty nice. I'm getting them on that elevator. It's about that bottom line, baby. Slinging boxes. I'm gonna get no bonus points for making them look cute and pretty and neat. I'll stack the UEC. How about that? That range, man. I'm barely in range. Probably I would have got more money, made more UEC if I took the food to Pyro. I'm gonna consider that next time. Then how much fuel am I burning? You know, all those things. What's your operating costs? Slinging these boxes like Thor's hammer. I'm in a rhythm now, but I'm almost done. Slinging it, man. Milnor. Is that Thor's hammer? Milnor. I was a kid reading comics. I thought the way it was spelled, I thought it was Mjolnir. Milnor. It's like Milnor. Like, oh, okay. Here we go. Look at that. Get it on down. Down, 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 down. Oh, look, my wing is hanging off to the side. Let me fix that. I'll do some repairs as well. I hate not being aligned on the hanger. These mechanics, boy, are amazing. That's why these ships are serious business in Star Citizen, and why people pay for these ships. You see it. Can't make this up. And you have players who rather buy and own them outright, that kind of thing. It's a pride thing, man. Seriously. It's a pride thing. They don't play around with these ships. Backers, serious backers don't play around with these freaking ships. Oh shit! How did my landing gear go down? That's why it was wobbly. I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute, let me look at this. Why is it wobbly? Okay, let's get some repairs. But I know I need it. 480. I thought it was higher than that. Insurance premiums, that insurance is going to be like going to be an eye opener to. Not, we're already in shock for for engineering. We're in shock. I'm getting acclimated to this ship. I'm getting that muscle memory in there. My exits and my openings of the ship. I'm getting acclimated to it. Yes, indeed. It is Friday, everybody. Can you believe it? Time is flying when you're having fun.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
I love this little feature here. Like MISC. There we go. All MISC ships. Gets me right
Your
to
vehicle
where I need
has
to.
been moved to a phase visitor's
All right. Perfect. Get down to the trade center. I got to get my muscle memory here at Levski. I like the layout for Levski. It makes a lot of sense. And it's not a lot of running around. But it's an asteroid. So I love that context of variety. Where it's the landing zones. I think the landing zones like Area 18 and that refresh, I think if they're going to do the refresh, don't just give us the same system, improve upon it. And I think that is going to be their narrative. They're not going to do it half-assed. They're going to really look at the layout where it makes sense. And I'm all for it, man. Even if it means a little more time. More 01. Let me see. Grand Barter, concierges. Supplies. I might have to go to 3. I think it's 3. I might. Cargo services. I don't know. Maybe it's 00. It might be at 00 for cargo services. That's what I need to do. Let me try cargo services.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
It's coming up.
The capsule now approaching station momentarily. Stand
Coming
clear of
up.
disembarking passengers.
I have to remember this. I'm thinking it's cargo services. I have cargo, so. All right, let's disembark.
Stand clear of
I think
disembarking
it's,
passengers.
yes, ma'am. Okay, cargo services here. I think it's around that little corner. There we go. Yep, cargo services. I gotta remember that. Commodity shops. So everything's right there, man. Location is gonna be Levski. My goods are coming up. Processed food. Look at that. Sell it. 66K, baby. There it is. All sold. Can't sell these. Medgel, I don't want to sell. Better not. Okay, so. Yeah, they did a great job of getting Levski dialed in. Even though it's not a lot of people out here, that helps too. But yeah, they're refining it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna break. I'm gonna get some food. I'll be back later and probably do some loot and scoot, man. I'm gonna drop off for a bit and come back. But 07, 07, 07. Happy Friday, and let's do some Star Citizen. Let's continue. All right, y'all. 07s.
Let's make it happen, kid.